cases in the country has continued to register a sharp increase, and Kathmandu Valley witnessed a record single-day spike of 400+ cases the past 24 hours. The scenario sadly does not augur well for the country's health system, which is at the verge of an unprecedented crisis in the face of overwhelming number of cases and limited resources as well. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama, and these are the headlines of the hour. Kathmandu Valley fast turns into COVID-19 hotspot with 415 cases. 14 deaths reported in the past 24 hours to take the COVID-19 fatalities to 197. Prohibitory orders prevent public from reaching designated hospitals to undergo COVID-19 tests. Teku Hospital Director attributes confined population for community spread. France records an exponential rise in daily coronavirus infections since March, taking the national tally past 267,000. And Novak Djokovic sets up a title match with Milos Raonic in the Western and Southern Open. "953 new cases of COVID-19 were reported in the past 24 hours, taking the national tally past 36,000. Among the infected, 415 are from the federal capital. 26 individuals, including 20 police personnel and 2 female in Lamjung, tested positive for the virus this morning. This takes the infection tally in the country to 36,482. Meanwhile, 169 individuals have recovered from the virus in the past 24 hours. With this, the recovery number has reached 20,242. According to the Health Ministry, 658,110 tests have been done till date through the PCR method in the country. A total of 8,939 individuals are in various quarantine centers, whereas 16,019 individuals are in various isolation centers. Meanwhile, 14 individuals succumbed to the virus in the past 24 hours, taking the death tally to 197 in the country. An 82-year-old male from Mangalache, Bhaktapur succumbed to the virus last night. He had been admitted to the hospital after reporting of breathing difficulty. Another 30-year-old female from People Dada in Tansin, Palpa succumbed to the virus as well. She was a heart patient. Now, the federal capital is fast turning into a COVID-19 hotspot with an alarming spike in the number of cases. Almost 50% of the total coronavirus cases detected in the past 24 hours were from Kathmandu Valley, pointing to a horrifying coronavirus scenario. Despite the ongoing prohibitory order, the government has not intensified the parameters of COVID-19 testing at the community level. Director of Shukraraj Tropical and Infectious Disease, Sagar Kumar Raj Bhandari, views that the government should mobilize health workers from door to door in situation that suspected infected individuals are not able to reach out to the hospitals due to the restrictions on the movement.
आजभन्दा 2 हप्ता अगाडि लकडाउन सुरु हुँदा भन्दा पहिले जस्तै 1000 देखि 2000 जना व्यक्तिहरू हरेक दिन परीक्षणको लागि आउनुहुन्थ्यो भने अहिले त्यो संख्या घटेर 300 देखि 400 मा मात्र सीमित छ। अस्पताल नआउँदा त जोखिम त पक्कै पनि रहन्छ, किन भन्दाखेरि एक त टेस्ट भएको हुँदैन, उहाँहरू पोजिटिभ हो त नेगेटिभ के हो भनेर चाहिँ उहाँलाई थाहा हुँदैन। अब चाहिँ होपफुल्ली अब टेस्ट नहुँदाखेरि उहाँले आफू म नेगेटिभ छु भन्ने हिसाबले यताउता सबैसँग कन्ट्याक्ट गर्ने अवस्थामा पुग्नु भएको हुनाले चाहिँ संक्रमण एकदमै जोखिमका साथ उहाँहरू संक्रमणलाई बढाइरहेको अवस्था हो। अहिले लक्षणहरू गम्भीर प्रकारका बिरामीहरू चाहिँ आइरहेको अवस्था हो हैन। अहिले खास गरेर बिरामीहरूमा ज्वरोको साथसाथमा उहाँलाई चाहिँ धेरै जसो चाहिँ निमोनिया भएको, सास फेर्न गाह्रो भएको अवस्था। अहिले पनि 11-12 जना बिरामीहरू हाम्रो अस्पतालमा कन्टिन्युस अक्सिजनमा हुनुहुन्छ। त्यस्तो प्रकारको लक्षणिक बिमारीहरू बढी देखिएको छ। जुन सुरुको 4 महिनाको लकडाउनले गर्दाखेरि यो ट्रान्समिसनलाई रोक्न एकदमै सहयोग गरेको थियो हैन। सायद त्यो लकडाउन नभएको अवस्थामा यो भन्दा पनि एकदमै भयावह अवस्थामा पुग्ने थियौं र बीचमा हामीले जुन लकडाउनलाई चाहिँ डिस्कन्टिन्यू गर्दाखेरि जुन एउटा शास्ति भोग्न पर्यो। अब धेरै भन्दा धेरै संक्रमितहरू चाहिँ यो भ्यालीभित्र आइपुगे र उहाँहरू चाहिँ टेस्टै नगरिकन कतिपय समुदायमा बस्नुभयो। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि अहिले चाहिँ सामुदायिक रूपमा पनि एउटा संक्रमण भइसकेको अवस्था हो। अहिले पनि हाम्रो यो परीक्षण गर्ने क्रममा हामी देख्छौं यो भन्दा 2 हप्ता अगाडिको जुन एउटा सिनारियो थियो भने अहिले त्यो सिनारियो चेन्ज भएको छ। अधिकांश काठमाडौँवासीलाई नै यो चाहिँ संक्रमित देखिएको छ। निरीक्षण त 100% निरीक्षण हुनै नै पर्छ। त्यसकारण चाहिँ निरीक्षणको साथमा एक्सपर्टहरूले चाहिँ निरीक्षण गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। सबभन्दा पहिले होम आइसोलेसन गर्दाखेरि उहाँको कोठा उपयुक्त छ कि छैन भन्ने कुरा निरीक्षण गर्ने टिमले हेर्नु पर्यो।
Moving on, the Secretariat meeting of the ruling Nepal Communist Party that was scheduled for 11 a.m. today has been postponed after some of the participating leaders needed to be isolated, fearing the contraction of novel coronavirus. The meeting between Chairman Duo KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahal decided to reschedule the party's Secretariat meeting for the 3rd of September. It has been reported that a security personnel who had served tea at the meeting of the CCMC, which was participated by its coordinator and Deputy Prime Minister Ishwar Pokhrel, along with Home Minister Ram Bahadur Thapa, had tested positive. Both Pokhrel and Thapa, who are also NCP Secretariat members, are now in home isolation, even as their COVID-19 test has come out negative. Meanwhile, Executive Chairman Dahal's press advisor Bishnu Sapkota informed that both the chairmen settled to postpone the Secretariat meeting for 5 days amid the rapid surge in the infection rates and the ongoing prohibitory order. The meeting was scheduled for today, was to discuss on the report submitted by the task force formed in a bid to resolve the intra-party dispute. The meeting was also likely to discuss the ministerial portfolios in the central and the provincial government as well. Nepal and China have decided to move ahead with projects ranging from infrastructure development to enhancing human life on the basis of bilateral agreement and understanding. Even as the northern neighbors have taken initiative for these projects, Nepal has failed to show desirable interest. We have more in this report.
Finance Secretary Shishir Dhungana held a meeting with Vice Chairman of Chinese International Development Corporation Agency or CIDCA on Thursday regarding projects based on bilateral agreements. During the virtual meeting, Vice Chairman of CIDCA, Boching, expressed his resentment to the lack of initiative on behalf of Nepal. Reiterating Chinese commitment, Boching viewed that Nepalese side perhaps lacked the interest that was beneficial to the development of the Himalayan nation. It may be recalled that Chinese President Xi Jinping had struck a point agreement with Nepal when he visited the country a year ago. The focal point of the agreement was the feasibility study of the cross-country railway project. Spurred on the agreement, Nepal's Infrastructure Development and China's Transport Ministry inked a deal on the construction of a railway track connecting Kathmandu with Kerung via Raswagari. Likewise, no substantial development has been noticeable on the feasibility study of Tokha Thahare and Betravati Syafrubesi Tunnelway, expansion of Kathmandu Ring Road, quality of life enhancement in hill districts, upgrading of Bir Hospital, among others. Nepal sadly is yet to formulate a rough draft on how to move ahead on these projects, limiting the agreements to paperworks alone.
In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the local residents in Rukum district what preventive measures have they been following to protect themselves from COVID-19. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
बच्चा-बच्चीलाई यता खेल्न बाहिर घुम्न दिदैनौं घरमै राखिराखेका छौं अनि पाहुना पनि कोहीलाई आउन दिदैनौं र जाँदा पनि जाँदैनौं
कार्यालयमा चाहिँ आउने सेवाग्राहीहरुलाई अनिवार्य रूपमा मास्क प्रयोग गर्ने गरेर मात्र कार्यालय प्रवेश गर्नुहुन र साबुन पानीले हात धोएर प्रवेश गर्नुहुन अनुरोध गरेका छौं र हामीले त्यही प्रकारले कार्यालयमा पनि त्यही किसिमको व्यवस्था गरेका छौं
भिडभाडमा नजाने मास्क लगाएर हिँड्ने
नियमित रूपमा मास्क प्रयोग गर्ने र पटक पटक हामीले साबुन पानीले हात धुने र स्यानिटाइजरको प्रयोग गर्ने गरिरहेका छौं
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, what could be the reason for hydropower companies with public investment falling into bad times? Your options are A, promoters having their say, B, apathy of monitors, and C, policy-level lapses. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. With that, it's now time for our special segment, Media Watch.
The task force, formed to resolve the long-standing dispute within the ruling Nepal Communist Party, submitted its report on Saturday, 22nd of August. The report includes a recommendation in finding a solution to the leadership debate through the party General Convention. The 6-member task force submitted its report to the chairman duo of the ruling party, KP Sharma Oli and Pushpakamal Dahal, at the Prime Minister's official residence in Balwatar. The report has provided much-needed respite to Prime Minister Oli, who doesn't need to resign straight away as he holds the position till the party General Convention, while there are noticeable efforts to give executive rights of the party to the other chairman, Pushpakamal Dahal. The task force has also recommended of moving ahead by reshuffling the cabinet. Earlier, both the chairman of the ruling party had agreed to form a special task force after disputes resolving power politics within the party had escalated. The task force, led by Party General Secretary Vishnu Paudel, had started its work from 15th of August. The 6-member team included Sankar Pokhrel, Bhim Rawal, Surendra Pandey, Janardhan Sarma, and Pampa Bhushal. The special committee has been tasked to address the power sharing between the two chairmen, along with resolving all the disputed issues, including the infamous MCC agenda. The National Human Rights Commission has urged the government to investigate on the attack on health workers in the front line of Nepal's COVID-19 management and take necessary action against those involved in the incident. The Commission issued a press release on Monday and stated that such act was reprehensible and would instigate a stigma against health workers that have been playing a crucial role in the ongoing COVID-19 crisis. The National Human Rights Commission has also urged the government to ensure that health workers remain motivated and their dignity remains intact. The Commission also expressed concerns over several incidents of misbehavior against health workers in the capital and other districts as well. The Nepal Bar Association has also expressed reservations against such incident. The association has urged the government to take necessary action against those involved in the incident and to maintain the public's right to health. This is Abhyuday Shrestha for Media Watch and Kantipur News Desk.
That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.